Ladies and gentlemen, men and women, boys and girls, welcome to the most must-watch Baseway TV. My name is Vatican Kayembe, and this is Power Talk.
Show.
Power Talk.
Show.
It's been a long time. We are back. We wish you all, first of all, Happy New Year, because last time we were here was in 2018, isn't it?
Yes.
And now we've got a real topic we are talking about here today. Is marriage based on sex?
No.
It's not. That was a quick answer. Okay, fair enough. Because I don't think the things that we are talking about here is not things that happen in heaven. No. Neither in hell. You know, it's things that we live, we see, you know, we talk about. So we're just going to discuss a little bit just to get a little bit insight about this topic, you know. It's marriage based on sex. On my right hand side, I've got beautiful people here. I've got, what's your name again?
Sister Ozzy.
Sister Ozzy?
Yeah.
No, what's your full name?
My name is Ozioma Eriugo.
Can you say your name?
Not quite yet.
Did you hear it?
My name is Sister Ozioma Eriugo.
Ozioma Eriugo. Eriugo?
Eriugo.
Eriugo?
Yeah.
Okay. What about my dear sister? What's your name?
Adeline Magati from Philippines.
Adeline Magati from Philippines. Okay, fair enough. And what's your name?
Agnes Ngolo.
Agnes Ngolo. Listen, guys. This is 2019. We are trying to introduce ourselves again back to you and then get used to this, because this show will be every single Sunday. I know we started a little bit late today, but we going to be on time every single time. Half four, isn't it? Half four, yeah? Half four will be live with you, and our number will be actually down there on the screen. You can call us live and contribute your idea to what we are talking about. We are here to empower, to inspire, and to what? Educate as well. So you can also educate us by calling the number and contribute to what we're going to talk about here. Now, simple question is marriage based on sex?
No.
The question is, you say no, Adeline. I'm going to come straight away to you. Adeline, why are you saying no, that marriage is not based on sex? Why?
Marriage should be for everything.
Everything.
Love, loyal, respect to your husband.
Okay. Respect your husband and
Yeah.
respect your wife.
Yeah.
Both ways.
Yes.
So respect, loyal, and understanding and all that.
Yeah.
So sex is like maybe number 10?
I would say number 5.
Number 5? Kind of in the middle?
In the middle, yes, but sex should be, I wouldn't say important, I would say important in between marriage, if you're married. And then, again, I wouldn't say it's number 1.
It's not number 1.
No.
It's not number 2. It's not number 3. Maybe no number 4, number 5. According to Adeline.
Yes.
Adeline says to her, it's number 5. That means, okay, so you can have sex without marriage. No, sorry. You can have marriage without sex. So that's my question, yeah?
No, shouldn't.
No, you cannot have, okay, fair enough. So it's in the middle, it's somewhere in between, but you cannot have marriage without sex. So you need to make sure before you get married, your sex is like police insurance.
Yeah, you should be able to have sex if you're planning to get married to your fiancé in the future. But I might be misunderstanding to your question. Is that, you mean having sex outside from your...
No. Like having sex, like when you get married, that means you know that, yes, sex is there. It's not something that is missing.
Alright, yeah, you should have that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Is marriage based on sex? I know you're still a little bit, you're not married, but you can answer this question because you're growing up.
Contribute.
Yeah.
For me, I can say it's not really based on sex, because when it comes to technical issues like marriage, it requires understanding, patience. All those are important qualities of marriage, because through that, when you have that quality in you, you'll be able to inspire your children around you.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel it's not just based on sex, but yes, you need to require that. For religion part, I can say it's important too.
Religion side?
Yes.
Okay.
It's important too, because that's the only way for man and woman to be able to connect together.
So we're talking about straight marriage here, just so we don't confuse people. Before someone comes out with another question that's going to complicate us. We are talking about marriage between a man and a woman, right? Okay, fair enough. So because there's a lot.
Are we not kind of discriminating?
No, we're not discriminating.
You say it's based only on a man and a woman because the word is there.
No, that's why there's a different type of marriage. You know, we are talking about only one particular type of marriage. So I know our viewers, they're going to understand that we're talking about straight marriage, where you can see a man and a woman. But if maybe one day we're going to develop it in a marriage in its wideness, if it makes sense. Okay. So what you were saying is religious side is where it's helpful. So do you think sex is like a number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 10 or number 5, like Adrian said?
For me, I can't really rate it because I've never been in that experience.
Okay, so fair enough. Ozioma.
Yeah.
Ozioma what?
Here you go.
Right, okay, I'm trying to get used to this, you know. Ozioma, here you go. Is marriage based on sex?
No.
No?
Yeah.
How is that possible? There's someone watching and say she's lying.
Of course, they might say that that's their own opinion, but from my own understanding, marriage is not totally based on sex. It's important in marriage, but marriage is not based on sex. The reason being that, I will give myself as example, for me, marriage is about love, mutual, understanding, respect, and
can you hear? She knows.
You get louder, sister.
Right. Okay. Sorry. I was listening.
So what I'm saying is that marriage is not based on sex.
Marriage is not based on sex.
It's not based on sex. Yes. Marriage for me is love, understanding, mutual understanding. That's what marriage is for me. Sure. Because the reason why I said marriage is not based on sex, for me, sex is like physical attraction. And it's connected with that. So before you can have sex with somebody, you must be attracted to that person or have feelings for that person. And to me, anything physical fades away. So can you imagine if you're attracted to someone because of the person's physical appearance or anything physical in that person, and that fades away, then that marriage is gone.
Right. If that's the case, I know people are watching. If that's the case, how can you marry someone and then you are not sure because you're not sure that you're gonna have sex with that person when you marry them, and you're just gonna go there and attracted maybe to behavior or maybe to what can attract you really to a woman or maybe to a man, that you are putting sex aside. It doesn't make sense to a lot of people maybe who say so.
Okay, let me say, I would say that sex is important in marriage, but it's not the first thing, for you to think about when you're going into marriage or when you're going into a marriage or into a relationship. We talk about love. We talk about love, Do you love that person? And love is about being tolerant. Love is patient, So if you truly love somebody from the bottom of your heart, and then you turn out to find out that another thing that complements the marriage is not there, so why would you pull out? You love that person from the bottom of your heart, and the person is not sexually, acting.
Let me quote someone, right? This one.
Allow me to finish.
No, I'm gonna allow you to finish, because I'm gonna let you finish. But before I say that, because you are saying that it's not based on sex and based on sex, but I quote someone was telling me like people they only marry because of sex, especially most men. Not most men. Some men will still complain like if it wasn't for sex, I wouldn't marry.
Well, that's their own opinion, though.
You see, that's their own point of views. And you see, that's what brings a lot of marriages issues. Because if marriage is just about physical connection, and they forget there's other things that comes with it, and the other responsibilities they need to take on board. And that's why the issues you find most of people halfway with their marriage, 2 years, 3 years, they already break up. Because they feel like it's not the same person when I first met her, or when I first
she's connected to me now. She's connected to what I was saying.
Okay.
She's really connected to what I'm saying.
Okay, so fair enough. How that person is going to change anyway? Because I've been relating to sex.
It's very possible, because you looking at me now, how I was when I, were younger, or when I haven't got children, is not how I am now, I was a lot slimmer, and
but sex is not about that. We are talking about intercourse.
It's about physical connection. That's what they're saying. You must be attracted. Something must attract you to someone. You know. So if you see a woman going, or you see the person's shape, you say, "Oh, this shape is, you know."
This is a PG show, right? I wish I could talk more, but I will refrain myself. I need to choose my words here because parents are watching, kids are watching. But look, there's only two things. Like when we're talking about sex, there's only two things: private parts, right? So forget about the other stuff. When you see a woman, you know that she has something that is gonna go along with you as a man. That's what we're talking about. If that thing is there, it doesn't matter how old.
Can I ask you a question? Can you have sex with every other woman you see on the road?
No, you're gonna have sex with only the woman that you like.
No, it's not love that you love. That is why it is, because you love her. That's why you're going to have sex with her. So if you don't love a woman and then you're having sex with that person, that means you're not connected with that person.
You're just using the person.
Yeah.
You're dragging me
You're only
to ask another question was love, and then yes, I don't want to answer that question because you're gonna take me out of context. Because
it's included.
There's people that they went out, right? One night, drunk. Thank you for being drunk that night. They ended up having sex and they are married, but they didn't love each other. They didn't see each other for the first time. It's just after sex and they're getting together. What are you going to say about what are you going to say to those people?
Because they lack knowledge.
How they lack knowledge?
They came together because of their circumstances. It's not that they just want to come together. You know. First of all, you don't want to marry somebody because you have a child for that person. You just want to love the person as they are, as they come to you. So if children come, it's a compliment to any relationship. You don't just want to I accept her now because she's carrying my baby. That's the person lacks knowledge.
I am not talking about having babies here.
You said if they have a one night stand and the person gets pregnant.
No, I didn't say pregnancy here. I said they have one night stand and then they just miraculously they find themselves in love. And then
the same love you're speaking about.
Well, it wasn't the choice in the first place. It was there just to go out.
Not their choice.
Okay, fair enough. Listen.
There is love at first sight.
No. There is no love when you're drunk. How can you love your senses?
Before they got drunk, they might have seen the person, or even with the eyes of alcohol, they might have that a little bit of love for that person, for them to be able to
I can assure you, go and do some research. Go on the internet. I can assure you, there's people that they are married until now. They just met at the party. They were all drunk. They went to somebody's house. They slept there. They found themselves in the same bed as the other person, and something went down. And then I was like, I was with you at the house. Yeah, then things started there.
And then let's say they developed that love.
So they developed it from having sex first.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when it happens, when the love comes. What we are talking about is love. That's what cohabit two people together. It's not about sex. It's not your great sex. Let me tell you, if you give the person a marathon sex from here to London, if that love is not there, that connection will not be. Maybe after that night, they will not want to see themselves again. But if something like that happens and they come back, to be together, that means there is love there. And that love is the base of that relationship.
Okay, so we tend to ignore the first step. Yeah?
Yes, we have to ignore it.
Okay, fair enough. That means
this is fun.
No, I'm just thinking about other men that they're struggling there. They are probably in marriage. Not even men. What am I talking about? Like men and women. There's people that they are in marriage and they love their husband. Sometimes you don't feel about having sex anymore, but you just want to live there. But if that is not there, you feel like you are drawn aside. And there are some people that they say, like, lack of sex within marriage is kind of dragging you aside. It's kind of it's setting you apart.
It's a different thing altogether, Vatican. What you need to understand, there is a topic we set here. It's marriage based on sex. So let's talk about where marriage is based on.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about if they are drifting away, maybe because they feel like drifting away. You understand what I mean?
Or it's not two of them. One of them is gonna feel that way.
If one of them feel that way, that means other thing is not there. That person's reason of coming together with that person is based on that sex, and which is wrong, because if you what we are saying here in essence is that if marriage is based on sex, that means there will be broken home per second. You understand? So let's give for instance our grandmothers and our grandpas. You see that at some at a certain point they are not sexually active anymore, but what keeps them going is that love they share, and they want to be beside each other. Let me finish. Yeah, and you see, most of the times, if you have a grandmother and a grandfather, when one passes away, the other one follows immediately. It's not because that one is lacking that sex they used to have, or that sexual whatever, what word am I looking for now, that they used to have. Is because they truly love each other. They become company to each other. They enjoy being around each other. So that is what we call marriage based on love. So if it is based on sex,
love,
yeah, if it is based on sex, that means you could walk out of your marriage at any given time, because, as for example, in the UK here, we've got marriages where let's say like bills are shared 50-50, and you see a woman going to the work, you see a man going to the work. Some people in 2 months they have not even have time to sleep together. Sometimes you see a woman walking in and the man is walking out. A man is walking in, a woman is walking out. They will tell you
that's the reason why
men are cheating, women are cheating. If you want to cheat, you want to cheat. Cheating is about discipline. If you want to cheat, you want to cheat. It's not because it's not. There's a way to make up things. It's not only when you sit with your wife and start having.
Yeah, but if you're cheating during your marriage, that means you have lack of conversation or communication and connection
that is what
to your marriage.
No, we are saying like, because Sister Jose, she's bringing up the idea like, yes, first of all, marriage is based on love, not sex. Fair
love
enough.
for everything.
And
Trust, you need that.
everything, yeah. And also, she just brought up another idea like that we had in the UK, where a woman is working, a man is working, and sometimes they can spend 1 month without like sleeping together.
Yeah. Because
and then that's what I'm saying. Like,
does that mean that they are not married anymore? That's what I'm saying. So it's not based on sex, because if they are still together, because there are other ways of them communicating to each other, to connect to each other.
There's a chance of cheating to be really in place, because
it's an individual thing. If you want to cheat, you want to cheat. You don't want to cheat because you're not having that sex.
The person who's going to cheat, for example, a man or a woman, is going to say it's because I'm not getting it from my husband.
That means you're not understanding your partner. If you have mutual understanding between two, you should know that, okay, yes, we enjoy this when we have the time to do it. But at this time, there is something that makes us not to do it, which is circumstances is making us. And the same thing applicable to when you have a partner, they are sexually active, maybe they are sick or something like happened to them, and they are no more sexually active. You understand what I mean? So you're not going to like drift away from the relationship because they are not. That connection, that mutual understanding will still make you enjoy that person, sex or without sex.
Okay.
But she's not even married yet.
No,
I'm not. I'm just like, explaining. I know she's not.
She's getting there.
I know.
One day.
I know she's not.
Got me this kind of talk show. There's someone watching anyway. By the way, I'm surrounded with 3 girls. Am I going to win? However, I am going to ask this question, right? It's a simple question, maybe complicated. We're talking about, according to Sister Jose, she's saying like marriage is based on love, not sex. Fair enough. But there's people that are going to say, okay, if a marriage is based on love, if I cheat, right? If I cheat, I'm just giving sex away. So I can still keep my wife, but you can see like in most cases, when a man or a woman cheats and something is happening, and then they're closer to divorce, and then you can still tell me like marriage is not based on sex.
But if you cheat, that means you don't love the person.
Most of the times, cheating is someone being greedy. It's greediness. Some men, they get that sex from their wife, but because they want to taste fried rice, they want to taste jollof rice, they want to taste rice with sauce. They are all rice, but different types. Just like Adeline is Adeline, Ozzy is Ozzy, Agnes is Agnes.
Different kind of ingredients.
Exactly. So they are greedy. They are very, very greedy. So they just want to test everything. It's not like they are not getting it from. So
spices and extra
exactly. So sometimes it's not because they are denied. Yeah, it's not because they are denied sex. It's because they are greedy. They just want to.
We need to come back to, is it based on sex? Because what we are trying to say, if they cheat, okay, will you still keep them?
If my husband cheats, forgiveness is always I need to forgive.
Probably that's your personal opinion.
Yeah.
But would you keep?
I will forgive. Yes.
You forgive.
Yes.
Oh, you've got good wives, yeah.
No one is perfect, so you need to forgive. Because if God can forgive us, who are we not to forgive others? That's the only thing.
Fair enough, but there's people watching, they will say,
And remember also, when things like that, like cheating, comes into the marriages, it gives you another opportunity to actually think twice, like outside the box. What is going on around here? What is lack in this marriage? What is making this marriage break apart? Because sometimes they say you can never learn something unless you make mistakes. Once you make mistakes and you realize exactly like, okay, maybe this is what we need to improve on. It gives you that opportunity to build all those other quality and skills that
that's why we said that marriage is not based on sex. Just what you're saying is that is about communication. So if your husband cheats on you or your wife cheats on you, you need to sit down with that person to find why they cheated. That is where communication comes in. So when you say marriage is just based on sex, sex is important. It's a minor part. Let me put it that way. To me, yes. To me,
a minor part.
It's not the major one, because if my husband cheats on me or if my wife cheats on me, then if you are not connected, if you don't communicate, then how would I know
what's going on?
How would I know?
Look,
communication should be there.
I understand what all of you are saying, like sex. Marriage is not based on sex, and then you give me as an answer that people are watching. Like if someone cheats, they give sex away, you still forgive them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Once, twice, how many times?
Only once.
Many times.
No.
I would say it's very hard. Even though we are saying we will forgive, it's very, very hard. But the scripture said we should forgive. That is what it is. You have to try your best to forgive. But I'm not sitting down here telling you that I'm going to forgive because it's very easy for me to forgive. It's hard, but
if sex is not that important, then they can give it away and come back. Love's still there. So
nobody said you're missing the two things. No. We didn't say it's not important.
Love is, sex is not connected to love, is it?
What do you mean? It is.
It's
a package.
Yeah.
It's a package, but you can't say that marriage is solely or based on sex. No, it's like a package. I never said that it's not important.
No, you never said that it's important, but you said it's important, but it cannot.
I said it's important.
Okay, you never said it's less important. You said it's important,
Yes, it is a package.
It's a part of marriage, but you said marriage is based on love.
Yes.
Okay, so love and sex. So love is within sex, or sex is within love.
Let me take it this way, Vatican. It's just like this is a piece of cake, or just like I brought that peanuts, which is raw. If I don't like peanuts, I won't dip my hand to pick. It's just like sex. If I don't love my husband or my partner, I won't be able to have sex with them. So I must love you, like you before. It's just like food. If you bring this cake and put it, if I don't like that cake, I won't eat it.
I'm just like one of the viewers here. I'm confused.
Yeah, if I don't like this cake, I won't eat it.
There's a people in this world. There's people in this world. They're having sex with people that they don't even love. They don't even know.